YouTube Live! Yeah.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to VibeCheck.
What's going on?
What's going
All right,
on?
no name dropping on here. This is all recorded.
Check.
It's like now that we're recorded. Yeah, guys. So this is VibeCheck episode 35. This is moving to a new home, and what this entails is going out of your let's just say comfort zone, not letting people go against your gut vibe of what you need to do. Career paths you're choosing to take, anything that might hold you back. We're gonna talk about with our professional experience, Robbie and I, moving from Ohio to Los Angeles. And I mean, honestly, we had to find our career paths out here, new friends, honestly, girls, several new homes.
Maybe a girl.
And honestly, faith. Like we could talk about, let's hit all of that. Like
Let's hit it all, baby.
school systems. Robbie and I both got our high school diplomas out here. We're both 19 now, fresh out of high
TikTok
school.
college.
That's why his teeth got even whiter. This guy's gonna be younger by the day.
Like, all right, there is a trick to this.
Yes,
So it's crazy.
A trick.
My girlfriend actually ran out of toothpaste.
He had to say it, huh? He has a
But-
girlfriend. He's moving away from me.
She ran out of toothpaste. We were like, oh, that's kind of gross. Kids does not brush their teeth. But she had baking soda. Literally
gross.
baking soda. It tastes awful. But I did it one time. Teeth, so much whiter. Crazy.
Actually?
Still once a week, I'd say. It's amazing. It's whiter than my shirt.
Dude, straight up, the whitest though I think you can get. And honestly, this isn't a product endorsement, but damn, I might have to reach
White
out.
strips.
Crest, glamorous white strips.
They're-
And I'm
they're
gonna order them from.
But they're so expensive.
They're not in stores anymore.
Really?
They only have Brilliance White, but I don't think they're the
They don't
same.
have Glamorous.
They say it's 16 times more or something. It's supposed to be the same exact thing as Glamorous. They're just rebranding it.
No, even the
Glamorous is-
toothpaste Glamorous is so much better.
Dude, they're trying. It's
agree.
not the same. Brilliance
I
and
agree.
Glamorous is different. So I have. I'm gonna get the Glamorous White, and I literally, dude, I was using strips every 45 months. I say every 6. Haven't used them in over a year and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
How's that going? It's not pretty
Tell
obvious,
me.
huh?
You tell me. It's going well, but no, I have to. I was waiting until, and it's about there. Once the 6-pack solidified, self tanner, full body, not just face. Look at this. Can you see the tan line?
It's whiter than my teeth.
There's a tan line right here. I only put self tanner from here up, my swoop neck here up, and you might not be able to tell the difference because like I don't. It's not that heavy right now, but I'm gonna put self tanner on, 6-pack, whitened teeth, fresh highlights and haircut, beach pick.
Boom.
And oh, bro, do you know what? Okay, so I'm about to hit 60K probably by tomorrow morning in Snapchat. So what?
60K.
That's going
He's
for a while.
catching up to me.
But bro, are you still posting?
Yeah.
What do you got now? Like
Like every couple
75,
days.
70?
I don't know. I haven't checked.
Bro, listen. What I'm gonna do, and we're gonna get into the topic here in a sec, but it's only been 3. No, it's a
the
podcast.
intro.
We're shooting
It's
the
the intro.
shit.
It's the intro.
He's moving. So we're gonna.
He's upset.
No, I'm honest to God, like, I feel like, and no disrespect, because of how close we are, I feel like I should be a little more. I'm really, like I was telling him, like,
He's heartbroken.
I'm really 50-50 because I just know that, because, he is saved by our Lord, and, I also am chasing Jesus. That the fact is that it's going to be good.
He's not going to, like, save us from all of our troubles. He wants us to experience them as
Plus,
time goes on.
This guy, we were literally right before we got on live talking about, like, we pretty much solidified a plan. Every Monday's just gonna come after rush hour. We're still gonna do the podcast. Like,
Yeah, we're not going
like,
anywhere.
like it's just like it's like why are
A
you
little
upset?
bit of a different background.
Like I don't want to sound heartless. I'm not upset because we have a plan. We're still gonna see each other weekly and have the podcast, and we're talking about hitting the gym if we can, like hitting some chest. So it's like the magic continues, and yeah. So here, the Snapchat thing. When I hit 100K, I'm gonna make a post because anytime I get like a milestone, I gotta make a post. So I'm gonna get my YouTube plaque, and then I'm gonna print in color the Snapchat logo, like and I'm gonna tape it over,
I got
and
you.
it's gonna put Snapchat and then
Was the silver one for 100K?
yeah. So it's gonna say 100, and then Snapchat is another platform, just like YouTube, that has subscribers to the followers.
Right,
so
right.
100K subscribers, Shane Nagy, I'm going to put Snapchat over YouTube, and then over the YouTube Play logo, it's going to have the Snapchat bell. It's a bell, right? The white ghost. The ghost.
I was like,
I was thinking bell for a second. No,
subscribe.
the ghost. And so that's gonna be over. I'm gonna go, yo, thanks. I'm gonna go, thank you, Snapchat, holding the plaque.
And they're gonna be like, what?
I honestly,
I think they might appreciate it.
I think Snapchat would honestly go one. Good laugh for everybody. Everyone's that's a YouTube flag. That's just a fucking zinger post.
Yeah.
But I would want Snapchat to be like, okay, let's actually get this guy a plaque and show, because it does not.
Do they give plaques?
No.
They
But that doesn't look good. If I'm literally finessing a plaque with YouTube, YouTube is like, yeah, like they gotta use our plaque, and Snapchat's like, okay, we should probably give him something. So I can see Snapchat making a custom plaque, and then I'd be like, yo, and then it's like on their plaque, I tape YouTube over it. Thanks, YouTube. But yeah, so pretty much, that's going well. But I'm gonna get us verified, bro. I'm telling you.
We're getting verified.
This
is gonna be our freaking profiles.
Did you see? Did you see that
So
Snap
funny, you're
something?
still not verified 2 years later.
It's crazy.
3 years later.
I haven't applied in over a year.
Right.
But I'm in the middle of Snapchat verification, so once that gets approved, which it should now, then I'm gonna tell TikTok, hey, I have that Spotify, Beacons, YouTube, anything you can.
Platform.
It's on everywhere. And I'm gonna tell TikTok, don't you play now. And then I'm gonna show them that video I made. I'm gonna go, TikTok, I will expose you in the same format. I got the receipts. I'm gonna go, likely, TikTok has stolen thousands of opportunities from creators that should be verified. But they don't care as long as they benefit. TikTok, the people that run it, I think they're psychotic. No, I'm kidding. No, yo, it's shoe time. Do you know the CEO of TikTok? Dude, he is
yeah. The guy that was on the news.
most wholesome guy. I'm not just saying there. So Shu, he's
like
literally
a nice guy.
He goes, hello TikTok. I just went from 1 to 3 million followers, and this is how it feels. And he just did a video of him going, and then at the end he goes, like waving, and he's just so nice. And here, literally, I don't know if you saw my story, bro. Like, when they were covering Shu testifying in front of Congress, they go, yeah, things were a mess when Chinaman came to testify. And then I see this review on TikTok. The guy's like, he's not even Chinese. He's from Singapore. That is the most racist. They go, oh, the Chinaman. And
it's so bad.
The guy's like, if that's a term to coin any Asian man, and if we're defending Congress this way, oh my gosh.
Wasn't there like a lot of like discrepancy between like them like selling information to the Chinese government or something like that?
Like were they saying that they were?
Right.
They were saying.
But he's not even from China. They
were saying that pretty much TikTok being because ByteDance that owns it is a Chinese company.
Okay,
it's in Chinese government. It's in the law that they can obtain when they want to data. So they're like, well, if you're under like the Chinese government, anytime they want our data, although you guys are saying nothing has been taken, how do you know it won't be taken? And then Shu said with Project Texas, that is how we can. All data is going to be
for the United States.
Yeah, secured by and within United States soil, it'll be secured by the United States. So,
working by the United States people.
And they're like, well, we can't trust that, and we think you should sell it. And they're like, well, we don't want to sell it because it seems like American companies, such as Facebook, they brought up several scandals, are not to be trusted. And it's like, Shu, he laid on, it was good. Yeah. It was definitely good. And so, but what Shu did was, although he didn't move to the United States, and it wasn't moving to a new home.
What was the outcome of that?
Nah, I just literally haven't followed it in a week or two. Last night, searched for updates. Now I'm seeing articles. A ban is proving to be unlikely, or
I heard Montana got banned, right? Or passed to get banned.
It's the governor has to sign, which wouldn't be until January will go into effect. However, even if it is signed, TikTok already made a statement. They're like, yeah, we're gonna fight for the First Amendment rights of these poor Montana civilians who go to TikTok for a positive environment. So here, I'm reading online, even without talking about that specific case with Montana, it's highly unlikely now, or unlikely to be able to be actually legally enforced. And I'm reading in every article saying the same thing. It's saying it would be very hard when TikTok sues for impeaching First Amendment rights that is not to pass because you're suppressing literally freedom of speech and expression. So that being said, if they win that lawsuit, then they're good. And so if anything does get banned, earliest, because it would have to be after they win all the lawsuits. I think earliest would be summer or fall of 2024 when it starts, and then we go for other states, and then more lawsuits. This is going to be TikTok is way too big to be this quick, easy defeat. There's just no way.
So moving.
Oh yeah, so
The topic.
Shu. He goes in Congress. Shu walks right in Congress. Yeah, everyone's like, we started talking about the topic. Everyone's like, wait, no, I want to know more about what's going on in Congress. Everyone's like, so what did the CEO say back when they're
Right, they're sold in.
So last week we did saying no, and here I'm about to drive over, and I'm like, okay, what could we do? I'm like, what's something relatable we can talk about? Like just challenges that people could typically go through. What's mainstream? And no, it's crazy because literally found out he's likely moving, but I was just like, the topic we chose was like the comfortability of moving to a new home.
Yeah. And
I pretty much said 5 minutes ago before we went off topic, what that includes, like, comfortability, going against people, people are saying, oh, don't do it, new career paths. So let's hop right into it. Let's actually address the topic.
Yeah, it was crazy that you were like, bring it up. And then like, as soon as you brought it up, I'd gotten an email today talking about how my lease was up in a couple weeks.
And I emailed my landlord today about getting my lease.
In a couple weeks, my lease is up. And I was just like, I was thinking about all day, like what my options are and like, coming out to moving and all this kind of stuff. So it was just ironic that he brought it up and here we are talking about it. Here we go.
It's actually insane.
God's plan.
And so my contacts were acting up, and so I just went in my eyes.
Crybaby.
I know I look very upset. But guys, so moving to a new home. Robbie and I, it was
January 6th.
a dark, cold, stormy night.
It was.
1962.
It's pretty cool.
It was really, actually, I think it was a dark, cold, stormy night. We were in Ohio. It was like November.
Yeah, driving.
Honestly, it was a dark, cold, stormy night. It was a dark, cold, stormy night. Robbie and I, no, straight up, we both at the time had recent breakups. There was nothing tying us down to Ohio. No career path that was like, hey, like we weren't in an entry level job. And I was already planning on moving to Los Angeles to pursue my mechanic career. I was good with cars, and no, I'm good with videos. And so here, I'm like, Robbie, like, you were such a high achiever in college, and I feel like right now, because he was in a basement. Not that it wasn't a nice basement. He was just.
It's in Grandpa's basement.
It was his grandpa's basement, free rent, but it was cool. He's with a loving guy. They have a great relationship, and a couple brewskis here and there.
You could say that there was a ceiling to the basement.
There was a ceiling to the basement.
Of my growth.
Guys, between C and D, I mean, A and C is B. Wait, how do I go? I don't even. So you're better with the alphabet than me.
Between B and D, birth and death, life is full of choices.
Yeah. But that has nothing to do with it. But anyways, so he had the ceiling to his growth. And I'm like, bro, we got to go to LA, man. Like, I literally have a 3-bedroom apartment, no open, that is so cheap. And the landlord's such a great guy. He's so chill. I can call him right now. It was literally Sunday in the evening. You don't call any. I didn't even sign yet. And this guy is his name's Brooke. Someone on Woodman. You guys got to check it out in Van Nuys if you're looking for a place. Here, that's not a paid endorsement, all right. But no, here, Brooke, I call him like, dude, this guy's so chill. I'll call him right now. And he's like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah. So I call him, and he's like, hey, what's going on, Shane? And I'm just like, yeah, is that 3-bedroom still open? Actually, it is, yeah. I'm like, you still got my 2-bedroom? He goes, yeah, but that's good. If you guys don't sign that soon, I'm like, well, hold on. Do you have anyone else? You're saying we can't sign it soon. Like, I mean, we have to sign it soon. Is someone else looking for it? He goes, yeah, I had these 2 other. I'm like, well, give it to them. We'll take the 3-bedroom. He goes, yeah. We just gotta get your buddy's papers. Who is he? I'm like, oh yeah. And he's like, oh yeah. So it's just 3 of you guys. You're not sneaking in that crazy accent of yours. And I'm like, no. He literally goes, I'll be completely blunt. This is the God honest truth. He goes, You know, Shane, I know you're dealing with that ex of yours. That's honestly crazy. I'm gonna have to give you and your buddy. I'll shave off 150, but I can't go lower than that. But dealing with that at a time like this, I talked to my boss. That was the best we can do for you guys. We can help you out. I've been there. So I'm like, I told my buddy, I'm like,
He gets it.
I'm like, yo, we got a discount. He's like, you serious? I'm like, yeah. So we were already about to sign, and then I'm like, wait, and I'm like, because he expressed interest. I'm like, yo, we can just go for the 3. That's even better. And so, yeah.
So nuts how that all happened. How I ended up where I am now. It's
So quick, dude. But it was God's plan, and like how my whole life.
Crazy.
I haven't.
They've changed their entire lives.
Who?
Both of us.
We changed each other's.
Just the move in general.
Oh, the move.
Lives are completely different.
Yeah. I mean, bro, it's
Vastly
literally insane that like, so I haven't thought about marriage or having kids since fall of 2020, but that was all in a flash, just gone, like not in my life, and in a flash we had all of this.
Yeah.
It's just gone so quickly. This is what it's going to be, and it was so fast, yet worked out so perfectly. Only God can make that dream happen, and the stars align, and so we saw that. So we saw this. We literally said back then the stars aligned.
Yeah, I feel like what like moving has a lot to do with, especially if you're going to be moving on your own. I feel like that's so crucial to like just your personal development and your personal growth. But like having that introspectiveness to yourself and like having that time maybe alone or on your own for the first time, like actually on your own, not with your parents, not just moving to college, because
not with
still,
your
like,
boyfriend
or whatever, or your girlfriend. But having that time alone really gives you enough space and time to understand like what you truly want out of your entire life's experience. Not that you have to pressure yourself and figure it out all in that moment, but there's gonna be a lot of growth made in that process of you understanding what's the trajectory of you getting from B to D look like, and that choice, that C in the middle. That's one of the most crucial decisions. Crucial decisions that you can make in your entire life is the decision to move out on your own. And when you do that, you're gonna notice that there's a vast amount of knowledge about yourself and what you want out of life. And so I encourage everybody to do it as soon as they can, and not to be comfortable like living with their parents. A lot of people do that, for years and years.
Yeah, you save rent, but don't sacrifice your mental peace.
Yeah.
Because if you're thriving and you're happy, you will be making more money, chasing your dream, doing what you love. Because naturally, that's what you put your most effort and time in. Like,
exactly.
don't sacrifice.
But like that's why I feel like I like stimulated a lot of growth early on, because I moved out of my parents' house in 8th grade and lived with friends throughout high school, and so I wasn't necessarily living on my own, but I was.
Oh, another one of your requested payments came in from your friends from saying, "Hey, like,
where's our rent?" Right.
It's like, where's
But
Yeah,
you get that sense of independency for the first time of like being your own person. So yeah, I would just recommend that as soon as you can. And not everybody has that, I guess luxury of making that decision because they have parents that don't want them to leave or whatever that might be. But if you feel it's like truly what's best for you, I would encourage you to do it.
You don't have to listen to your parents.
You don't have to.
As the wise man once said, "Fuck your parents."
I would encourage most of you to listen to your parents, but like
macro patience, fuck.
not all of you.
They don't know what they're fucking talking about, okay?
We are so different.
Who?
Us.
You and me?
There's so much in common, but so much differences. Well, so many differences.
Gary V, bro, and like, yeah, man, Gary and you are much different.
Gary.
It's like, Robbie's like, guys, always respect your parents. Gary goes, fuck that shit. You want to not go to fucking college? Okay. 7 times on TikTok? Fuck.
That's pretty crazy about the whole college thing. Not to steer anybody away from going from pursuing an actual career. Well, any career at all. But I was just having this conversation today with one of my customers for Cutco. If you guys want any knife inquiries, hit me up, 614-900-6684. Give me a call. I don't care. But I was talking to one of my customers about how it makes no difference and usually actually sets people back to putting them in debt or burden or whatever that might be when they get started on their own business. And when companies are hiring for experience more than a piece of paper of education, that's a problem.
How old are you?
You have so much time. But yeah, it's crazy.
Fuck. We're gonna be on live for another 20 minutes and still eat shit for another 50 years.
Imagine if you were doing TikTok when you were 18 years old. Where would you be right now?
I asked myself that question, and it's impossible.
I know it didn't exist.
Didn't exist.
Say you were 20 years old.
Didn't exist.
21.
It
did.
No, it didn't.
It did.
It started hitting in 2019. I was 23.
Started hitting. But
No, because
it
even
existed 2018.
as musically, but it wasn't TikTok.
Okay, you started on music, for example. It transferred over, right?
Yeah, but even that'll still be 20.
Whenever that platform started out.
Yeah, I'd be 22.
Yeah.
The same. You'd still
Okay.
be.
What would you be? Where would you be at if you started?
If I had a year earlier, like because I was in 2012. Let's just say if I was on TikTok 2019, we know several people in Los Angeles
Yep.
who had that initial 2019 growth where I could literally post a video of me open up a can of corn. Oh no.
Brother's calling me. I'll get to that. We can continue.
I said that so dramatic. Oh no! It just seemed like. Are you in Do Not Disturb?
All right.
Okay, that's why I thought you were in Do Not Disturb.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. What were we just talking about?
TikTok music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I was a year earlier, because a lot of people we know, yeah, I can open a can of corn and it's like 10 million. That's it. But in that first year of TikTok where there was hardly any competition, literally, I feel like I'd be about 10 million right now to be safe. So if I have about 6 now and I got 2 million in 2 months, in 2020 before the money came out, I think I would at least be at 10 million if I had 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think you'd be at?
Probably 20 million.
Just looking at the text.
Voicemail. Nothing there. Cool, we're good. Anyways, he called me like twice.
We gotta make sure everything's okay. You know, even when we're doing work, guys, if we know a loved one or a friend, okay, is in trouble, we need to fucking help.
Pick up that phone.
Compassion.
Pick up the phone,
Love.
babe.
Like, Scoob, we're gonna sue their asses. Right, Scoob? Tell me your exact address. Like, no, the mystery in that. Scooby-Doo. Oh, shoot. But yeah, so, starting the topic, no. Moving to no home, so we decided, like, career-wise, I'm like, well, I want to move because I want to chase the dream of becoming a content creator, actors, being in the entertainment field, and it made sense. Yet a lot of people are telling me, like, hey, well, Los Angeles has no water or there's no stability. What if TikTok goes away? And
We've had none of those problems.
it's been
People are so like, I don't know, negative.
But I think that's what they were also taught by their superiors on why to not leave, and that's why they're in Ohio in the first place.
Cautious. They're living in this box of cautiousness.
Dude, Ohio's a box of AIs, NPCs. Okay, literally, like every corner, it's like, I'm like, man, like it's just no flavor.
No flavor.
No flavor. No, it's like NPCs. It's ridiculous. It's like, hey, I'm gonna like be an entrepreneur. What? That doesn't sound like sales 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, with an hour lunch break. What are you talking about, man? You crazy? And I'm just like, oh, I just want to like do videos. It's kind of like, yeah, like I don't.
Whatever.
That doesn't like. What about the bills, man? It's like, so a lot of times when moving to a new home, a problem is it's like that stability. Like, can I have security there when you have security here? So a big thing is security. And how to get out of that is, one, savings, like having enough, obviously, like enough assets. But if that's an issue and you have to leave now and it's like you don't have it saved, like you gotta have the mindset that you will just find a way. Mm-hmm. You will make it possible. And that, like, honestly, I'd rather be broke and happy, chasing something I know can be obtained in like a new home than like sad, stagnant, but safe.
Yeah, you gotta take a shot, or else you're gonna live your whole life in regret.
Exactly. What about relationships? What would you say, like moving to a new home, to like expand the topic, how that could be like for relationships, like meeting new friends and leaving current ones?
It can be a tough transition. I feel like if you're having these conversations with your friends and like you're really passionate about a decision that you think is best for you, like you have to like really take what your friends say as a grain of salt, because they're gonna like a lot of them, if they're like just your like actual friends, they just say they're your friends. They're gonna want what's best for them, which is you having you in their life. But if they truly see that's what's best for you, they're gonna encourage you to go and like follow your dreams and what you're passionate about and pursue that. So I think that's an interesting conversation that I had to have with a couple of my friends, and I had some like tell me like not to go. It's like a dumb decision. It's more expensive, etc. But
Oh, it's gonna change you, dude.
yeah, it did for the better. But and then when you move to that new location, I think it's super. One of the most important things is to like dive into the place where you're at. Like get involved with something, whether that be a church, a TikTok community, like just something. Just get involved because it's gonna be a really lonely place if you don't do that.
TikTok communities.
We know like individuals that have come here and they haven't like talked to people for what 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
And then they finally get a friend group and they're like, oh, I hated LA before, but now it's great. And I'm like, you could have done this 6 years ago.
You're gonna hate any area if you don't have your friends and people you care about.
Like, yeah, you gotta go out there and make friends. It's not that hard to like just
your satisfaction will
pick
be
something
from
you're passionate about.
Like
it could be church, it could be TikTok, it could be whatever you want it to be, whatever you're passionate about. Take that, find some organization that runs something that brings people together.
Or cults.
Go to the cult or organization.
Yeah, my man's
just
been to a
go
cult.
there and meet people. That's all you gotta do, and then you're gonna love it.
You just gotta walk in and be like, cult or not, I'm down. Sign me up.
Yeah,
And
through that experience,
pay
whether
the
it be
fees.
positive or negative, you're gonna learn more about yourself and more about the experiences with other humans in general. So it's all positive.
It's like, we get banned from life. It's like the reason cult promotion, we're like, oh, come on. We were kidding.
Of all of the other things.
No, but what about, I would say, okay, so meeting new friends. Mm-hmm. When I moved here, so I had a trip 2 months before I moved that I met pretty much a group of friends that opened gateways to other groups, because in the creative field, it's pretty much all, if you're liked by people and, you're not canceled, I guess, in the entertainment business, when you're connected with one, you're pretty much, everyone's like, oh, hey, whether it's real or fake. It's like, oh, hey, I love you, what's up? And like, okay, hang soon. So, oh, that reminds me, I gotta tell you a funny story later. But anyways, pretty much you get to know everybody. So when we came in, we were like, a lot of times work establishes a base that promotes friendships because it's like you have a common ground. So when I'm filming a lot of people, that's how, like, even now, it's how I make majority of my friends, how we met a lot of people, and then getting involved in, like, the church. He met a lot of people who I met through him. And, even VidCon, that's where he met his girl. I'm like, yo, let's go to VidCon. So that was, like, a creator thing. And so he came, and, like, it kind of just, things just happened like that. So,
Life.
Yeah, I have never, honestly, been, I'm outgoing. So when I moved to, like, to be realistic, and also, this isn't, like, a flex or anything, but when I moved to any new area, I haven't I never had that phase of like, oh man, I gotta meet people. It kind of like already was there or came really quickly. Mm-hmm. But the vice in that in itself and the value from that I was hoping to project would be to find that common ground, whether it's a hobby or work, getting involved in clubs, organizations, like obviously, but like people that work, like make sure you're doing what you love, because like a lot of times if you're doing what you love, you want to like be around people that are also doing that. And so when you guys are working, I'm not saying it has to just be work, but that's a lot easier to meet friends when you guys like literally have to like have some dependency on each other to get some jobs done.
Yeah, it's a good point. I feel like everything we're talking about right now, like, although we like kind of steered away from college at the beginning, but if you are going to college or if that is your decision, all of this.
We met in college. We're who we are because of college. I love
it's very applicable to college, like organizations, getting involved as much as you can, like meeting as many people as you can.
Moving to a new home, that could be college, Los Angeles, Europe, whatever. There's
gonna be so much more fulfillment once you find that, because doing what you love with the people that you love is the most crucial part. But all that together.
And honestly, if you have time to do 1 year of college, I would actually say dorm it up freshman year, and then if you're gonna bail, because freshman year.
1 year.
Freshman year, the taste of college, like it's literally, what is it?
So cool.
It's literally, actually, before you lose your train of thought, what makes you think it's cool? What just popped in your mind? You're like, it's so cool. First thing.
Just like the excitement of like everything's so new. It's a new experience. Just like moving to LA was a new experience.
Yeah.
It's just like really like invigorates you and like really shocks your just humanity.
That's
feel
how
like.
I feel right now. I feel I'm trying to reinvent my content, and my inner circle literally reinvented itself.
Gotta be
That's not
uncomfortable
like,
to grow.
I said it with actually no
And
animosity.
that's the thing, like when a lot of people that get to college, they get really uncomfortable, and then they give it a few weeks,
Yeah.
and then they're like, okay, this is like my new home. I have to like establish myself here. They get involved, and then they end up loving it.
Yeah, there's honestly really nothing more exciting than going to like a new home, or like even a new home could be within like a new start in your life, and because I just said like I feel like even like my business, like I'm trying to transition my content to a more mature, mainstream, realistic kind of approach, but also like I said like my friends also like change as well, and that like that. Then I said there's no negative connotation because a lot of times change can be good and it doesn't need to be feared because again when you give it to the Lord, a lot of times change is part of the plan that's like better for you. You may not even know it yet. But that being said, when you're moving to a new home and if you're going to lose friends and you have to find new friends, that's not a bad thing. Sometimes God will put people in your lives and take you places where you didn't even know you would go, but it's to get you to greater heights that He wants to take you. And not only that, but like with my own experience going to college, like as we both went to Kent, like when I got there, it was just like starting that new journey with people that you know are all starting square one with you, like getting up at 8 a.m., walking across campus to a building, and then after, on your way back halfway, you walk in the hub, like where all the restaurants are at, meal swipes with your buddies, and everyone's around the table. It's like 9:30 a.m. You guys are shooting the shit, eating, play some pool, talking to girls, go to your next class, and then it's like, yeah, we're all
Same
lifting
thing.
later. Yeah, and everyone you're just
Like,
all
see you
part of this.
tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
It's just so cool. I miss that. I would love to live college. Like I don't want to frown upon college because I would love, and I just told this to Nebush, one of my buddies from college, just go back for even just one day, or probably
That's what fake patties is for.
it would honestly be like Monday through actually probably 2 days because classes like there was a switch
Right.
just to see everybody. I would want to go back to college for 2 days on my normal schedule, my normal senior year schedule, and just see everybody again, but not in like just like we're all drunk. I want everyone sober minded, like literally throughout the day, sober, real conversations, part of the process, part of the journey. And honestly,
What would you do during those 2 days?
uh,
Like, what would be like the places you would hit, people you would see
well, we would have
If
we
you
would
were
have
back
we
in-
would have to go to class.
if you would back in college again?
But I'm saying like if we were in college for 2 days, I'm saying like we would like have to attend our schedule like
Like, what would be some of the things you'd most look forward to?
class.
Just
Yeah.
being in class.
Okay, let me ask you this: when I go back in time, say when I go to class, would it be like us present day, like where we are in lives right now, just in that same setting, or just going back in time?
Yeah, like us today.
Oh, it'd be class, and to see how everyone progressed and how their journeys, like to see like how it changed. Like we were studying this and where everyone branched off to, and like I think the excitement of like
Did you know there's a Kent State Alumni Club here?
yeah, something about that.
Yeah.
Nobody uses that stuff, right?
I'm involved in it, but
Dork.
they have like a
Okay.
they have a beach cleanup day this week.
Yeah, but we don't. Do you know anyone that?
Not from school.
I feel like
but,
a true reunion, you would have to have it at Kent State.
it's just the relatability of like, hey, we've all gone through the same experience together. That's pretty much it. But you also have a fraternity for that too.
We could also relate on that. Might as well make a Chipotle club. Hey, you had Chipotle too? Yeah. That's
I had
very
Chipotle
good.
once.
But like, I feel like
Go ahead.
back. I would look forward in class, and just seeing how. Honestly, it would be how everyone has changed. I wouldn't look for like, oh, who's making more money, who's doing this, or who got ugly. It would just be like change in the way of like,
How's your priorities shifted?
yeah, and how like, I don't know, maturity wise, or like,
Moving will do that too. It'll change your priorities.
I would just want to see how people progress in the way of like mindset wise, and yeah, and then what they're
That's
doing.
what they value. One thing that I did want to mention before we do hop off is, this is probably the most crucial part that I could give you is to be 100% present wherever you're at. No matter like if you think you're gonna be somewhere temporarily, be there 100% of the time. Because I've known people that have lived in LA specifically, or at college, for example, where they're like, oh, I'm just trying it out, or I'm not sure if I'm gonna stay. I was even like that for the first like 9 months that I lived here, and it really held me back from like saturating myself in the experience fully, whether it be with the people around here, because I was like, oh, if I'm like not gonna be here, long term, I don't want to like get too in deep into relationships, and so it really prevented me from like nurturing, like getting real nurturing relationships and being involved in like certain organizations or churches or just friend groups in general, because I was like, oh, what's the point of getting close if I'm just gonna leave? So you can't think that way. You have to be 100% present with where you're at and soak up the experience while you can.
Especially because time flies way too quick. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
I can't believe we've been at these apartments for almost a year. It feels
so
like
fast.
time went so quick. It feels like no one just left, and
Yeah, right. It's crazy.
guys, moving to new home, so when things change so quick, when you're not living the moment, it's like I don't know. I don't even know. Like, time just flies. It's already almost the middle of 2023.
Wow,
That's insane. That blows my mind. And the fact that
it's crazy.
we're in like a new home. It feels like time's moving so quick. Like, honest to God, it feels like I can't settle down quick enough. I can't keep up. It's like, when TikTok was blowing up, and I remember I moved from Kent to Streetsboro, and then a couple months later I moved to LA, and then I moved to my own apartment, and now it's like, this is like the first year in like 2 or 3 that like I'm staying. But like, and now you're like probably moving, but it's just been so much that like, because honestly, it's crazy because my apartment is like just about finished setting up, and I just feel like I just started setting it up, and it's been a year. Like, we're gonna be dead so soon. No, it's scary.
So
but
when you move to the afterlife, just say hi to Jesus and you'll be all right.
I want to make sure I covered everything I wanted to hit. Moving to a new home. We talked about career paths. Yeah, I was talking about like I wanted to do social media. I saw the opportunity, and so security. I talk about like you just gotta make it work. Whether it's picking up a waiter job or doing something, putting your ego aside. If it's not like what you want to do, whether it's DoorDash or whatever.
Don't
I was
forget
doing,
to have fun on the way there.
yeah, enjoy the process.
Enjoy it.
Like, literally, before I became a TikToker, I straight up was doing 40 hours a week DoorDash. Like, my schedule was film 12 to 6, immediately at 6 o'clock. I remember I would start my dash, sprint in my car. I'd be like, see you, Nate, see you, Destiny, see you, yeah. Hop in my car. I would work until 9:30. Once it slowed down, I would literally drive to my apartment, put pasta on the stove, let it sit on low heat for about 10, 15. And once I set it, I would leave while it's on the stove. 5 minutes, get to downtown Kent, pick up Euro Gyro Pizza, 30-second drive across the street, drop it off the flats, $7.50. Zip home, eat the pasta, and then zip back, pick up another delivery, jam and Elvis.
Did you have to warm up your pasta?
Dude, it was like about to like it was like perfect. Like 15 minutes, and then it's like perfect. I'd throw it on, and then I would literally, it would cool down. I just wait, and then bang it out, sprint back, and then I was just I can't believe
Funny.
I don't know. I'm so what?
It's so funny.
Just the fucking
the
ridiculousness
process,
of the
yeah.
hustle. I swear to you guys, I wish I could have that. And I feel like I'm way more. We both were saying that we're more tired now than we used to be.
Yeah, getting old.
It's like catching up to us. But like,
Wrinkles?
I don't know. But back then, guys, I kid you not. Like,
It's like sprinting all over campus to class and everything.
but that was great. Like, in a way, I was like getting ready to do TikTok, and like, cause I want to go to LA. So like, this is the part of the process. Like, I had to put my ego aside. I had a degree at the time. I was just doing DoorDash and making videos, and literally from 6 to 2 a.m. I would then do all of my deliveries, and at 2 a.m. I would then zip to the gym while I was already almost downtown with 30-second drive, and then I would lift from like 2:15 to 3:30, get in bed by 4:35, wake up at 11, so I would get 6 to 7, so I was able to still operate, start filming at 12. I did this almost every single day. And you have to grind, like, especially if you don't have a lot of assets and your parents are not forward and you don't have the support. You got to grind sometimes to get to that new home. And that new home, we talked about, getting involved in clubs, organizations, meet friends, taking a waiter job, doing DoorDash, whatever, before you get in that field you want to go, patience, Faith, honestly, I found God here. It's a lot of times through the people in the community that you put yourself in, which is, a lot of times it's anywhere you go, you just gotta look for it. Is there anything else without money, faith,
We're
relationships?
good. We just hit 40 minutes. I think we're solid.
Yeah, because this topic, like,
We killed that, Loki.
I know the first 10 we were pretty not on
Hikey.
topic at all, high
Yeah.
and so I didn't want to just rush. We hit everything, yeah, guys.
Hope you guys got some value out of that.
Fuck.
I know you did. So if you did, which we know you did, share it with a friend.
Oh, one last thing I want to say about this topic. Don't push it off. That is, I have to emphasize it. Do not
push it off.
Even myself, despite being so motivated, my buddy Joey had to tell me. He goes, "Nagy." It was after my breakup. He goes, "Well, dude, I just feel like, you've been saying, you're gonna go to LA, and then it was college, and then you're gonna go to LA, but then you're gonna save up, and you're gonna go to LA, and then, you have to get enough followers, and then you're gonna go to LA, but then you have to, deal with this break. You gotta go." And the more you there's never gonna be that perfect time.
Never.
That's what I need to hit home. You can always find a reason. I feel like although you can take my advice, or what Robbie's saying, whatever we're saying, hey, career, relationship, yada yada. I think one of your biggest challenges will be pulling the trigger and just doing it. But the more you wait, you just can't think of it like that, because when you do it, let's just say even for a year, let's say you're young 20s or whatever. Not that this is only specified for that younger audience, but I feel like a lot of times it's like that age that you're trying to move, that's like a change in your life. When you're in your young 20s and you're doing that, even if for a year you fail and you move somewhere and it's like, no, it's not for me. You're like, I say you do that 21, 22, you go back, you 23, 24.
If your heart wants it, don't let your mind mess you up.
And don't think that you don't have time, because it's not like you can't go back to likely your parents' home, or you're with your buddies. You go back to what you're familiar with.
Take a leap of faith.
So yeah, guys, just to pull the trigger. And honestly, if we didn't pull the trigger when we did, we wouldn't miss them. I mean, we had to act when we did. Even Brooke, who I mentioned earlier, he was like, "Yeah, you guys got we got to do this tomorrow. We have to," because I've been holding it off for over a month. So we acted, and it worked out in our favor. We can only thank the Lord. So I pray that you guys find that as well. And all right, guys, thank you so much for watching this live. Follow.
And by the way, first person to share this on their Instagram and tag Robbie J. Bobby and Shane Nagy, I'll Venmo you $5. Just send me a DM. Go ahead and send it through.
And follow us.
Oh yeah, and you can follow us too.
Yeah.
That's totally cool.
MySpace, Club Penguin, add us, webkins.com, you
All
already
of it.
know. Yahoo
All of
Answers, ask us questions. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Honestly, I feel like this was one of our most real podcasts. In the beginning, just to be able
Very
to shoot the
engaging.
shit.
Yeah. Which is cool.
What was that?
Very engaging.
Oh, I thought you said very nurturing.
That too.
It's like that too. I was
Cool.
like, oh, that was.
That being said, peace and blessings amongst you. Much love, and we will talk
Someone
to you
count with the hair
soon.
flip.
Adios.
All right, guys. Take care.
Peace.
Peace. Love.